Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Talking Junk and Things podcast. How does that sound? Welcome to the Talking Junk and Things podcast. As you can see, I'm down here at the riverfront in Hartford, Connecticut, the spot to be, where the air is fresh, the water is flowing north, it's cloudy out, the sun is over there trying to break through. I think it's going to break through this afternoon, I'm not sure. I just climbed the stairs, and that's about it. Hope everybody had a good night, a good weekend. Hopefully you had a good weekend. Hopefully your team won this weekend. Shout out to the 49ers. Shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles. Shout out to the Dallas Cowboys. Shout out to the New York Giants. Seems like it's gonna be a great season. Shout out to the Tennessee Titans. That's my team on the low. Shout out to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New England Patriots. Anyway, a few minutes ago I posted a stat about if you want information, you're gonna need to have time and money. You're gonna need the time because you're gonna have to go look for the information. The information isn't just gonna appear out of nowhere. It's not just gonna show up out of nowhere. So you're gonna have to spend some time looking for it, which we normally call research. You're gonna have to do some research. Nothing is gonna drop in your lap. I'm sure your parents or your teachers always told you that. Nothing is gonna drop in your lap. And if it does drop in your lap, you're still gonna have to take the time to read it. Also, part two is it may cost you some money, it may cost you some time, but it also may cost you some money. Whether you buy magazines, whether you buy the newspaper, whether you buy certain websites that you must pay to get into to see the information. Maybe you may have to pay to catch the bus down to the library and get you a free library pass, but you may have to pay bus fare or you may have to gas up your car to go get the information. So, time and money are two of the most important things. Time, because you have to read, figure it out, understand it, reread it again. I suggested a book to a friend of mine, The Psychology of Money. I also recommended another book, The Richest Man in Babylon, to another person. I haven't gotten any feedback from these people about these two particular books, but it's okay. So what happened, in my opinion, is that they didn't have time to read the books, or they didn't understand what they were reading and what the emphasis was. So that becomes a problem for me, because sometimes we think people will jump in right at where I'm at or where you're at, and it doesn't happen that way. Sort of like when I was selling those reunion shirts, thinking people just gonna buy them. And now I understand that it doesn't happen overnight. So maybe those books that I recommended to a couple people was a little too advanced. You may not know the lingo of money. You may not know all the ins and outs about savings, etc. So, but you have to start somewhere, and that requires time. You may have to use some time to get that information. You may have to use some time to learn about the stuff, to understand it. That costs time, and sometimes time is money. So sometimes you may have to use money. I done took time off of work where I lost money to do some research, to go to a seminar or something like that, because my expectations are that I'm going to recoup that lost money that I didn't make because I missed work, or I had to pay for gas, I had to pay for food while I was out or something like that, I had to pay for a hotel or whatever it may be. So I thought, or I think, that information was so good that I will recoup all those things that I spent money on to get that information. People is a big circle. It's a big circle. You have to pay in advance most of the time to get the profit later on. I was talking to Lil Water about that. We was talking about my store in the center called Junkin' Things. And I used to go to BJ's and get a 48 pack of M&Ms for about $5, $8 or whatever. Sell them for 50 cents. So I did the math. 48 divided by 50 cents gives me $24. So if I buy this box of M&Ms for $8 and I'm gonna make $24 off of it, I see what is that, a $16 profit. I see a $16 profit. I said, man, this is easy. You buy quarter waters for $3.99 or something. I think they give you 24 of those. You sell them for a quarter. Get about, what, 48 of those. Ain't too much of a profit, but it's enough profit to make more money than what you paid for it. But also, you know, when people buy the quarter water, they also gonna buy the chips, or they gonna buy the M&Ms or whatever. Things go hand in hand. So some things may be a little cheaper and some things may be a little expensive. So people, it takes a little money to make more money. Stop sitting on your hands expecting things to fall into your lap. You have to put some effort into it. You have to try. Same thing with buying houses and cars. You must do your research before buying a house or a car. Now we're going to talk about the house for a minute, because when you buy a house, most of the bankers, they're going to ask you to clean up all the mess that you got, pay them old bills off and all that. Now, you got the money to buy the house, so to speak. You got the down payment. You can pay, you know, the $1,200 mortgage or whatever. But you got to get rid of them old bills that you forgot to pay, because they want you to come with a clean slate. So you have to pay off them old bills. Them old bills may add up to $2,000. So now either you're going to take the $2,000 from your down payment money, or you're going to do some overtime or something to get an extra $2,000 to pay off them old bills. And also, you're going to have to do some research on who to pay them to, because sometimes they go into collections and they're not at Filene's basement no more. They're not at Leachman's no more. They're not at Circuit City no more. They're not at Best Buy no more. Your bill has went to a collection agency somewhere else that you kept throwing out the notice in the mail and all that stuff, ignoring it. And sometimes your banker may be able to help you if they want to make a sale. Sometimes they'll help you, but it's kind of up to you to figure it out. Sometimes people will cut you some slack by paying, you don't have to pay the penalty fees or the extra interest and all that stuff. Hey, you owe them $1,000. Yeah, give us $750 and we'll be done with. So sometimes you have to have other money if you want to make moves. So people, also do your research. Save your money. Also, talking to somebody last night, don't just have your regular bank account. Get you some online accounts. I got about 5 of them, and I can send anywhere from $25 every 2 weeks to $25 or $50 a week. One I got that I give $250 every 2 weeks. $250 every 2 weeks. That's $500. And I don't have a lot of money. I don't have a big job. I don't get paid a lot of anything. But I got my stuff in order a little bit where I can afford to save $250 every paycheck. Come right up my paycheck, go to another account and just sit there. I showed some of you guys on my Facebook page that money just sitting there. And I only did that because there was a bonus of $250 for opening an account and making 2 deposits of $250. So that $500 that I put in got me an extra $250. So that becomes $750 total. And I could have closed the account. But I said, no. I'm not doing nothing with that $250. Let it stay there. Let me keep letting that money transfer from my regular bank account to this bank account. So it's growing. I don't even need the money for nothing. I'm not buying nothing. I'm not buying no houses. I'm not buying no cars. I don't know if I ever buy a new car unless something happens to my current car, because those are money pits. Keep financing these cars is a money pit. So I'm saving this $250 for I don't know what. But I know when something go down, don't wish me no bad luck. When something go down, I'll have some cash to do whatever I want to do, whether it's take a trip or whether it's to get my engine repaired, who knows, or a down payment for a car if my car blow up, who knows. Sorry to say that. I hate wishing bad luck on myself or anybody else. But people, we gotta get our ducks in order. We gotta get our ducks in order to be financially ready to compete against society. Not for wins or losses, but to stay above water, to be competitive, to pay your bills, to enjoy life. I seen somebody post something about, I think it was, I forgot who it was, but they posted about how these people take these vacations, people going down to Miami or going to DR or whatever, I think it was for DR, and people spending $2,500 and they come home, they lights off. Because they done spent $2,500 to hang out, laugh in their little bathing suit in DR. Then they come home, ain't got no lights, ain't got no hot water. Man, we playing the game wrong, people. Boy, I hate to holler and act like I know it all and all this stuff. But who you gonna listen to? That's another thing. We always listening to somebody else. We always listening to, I hate to say the white man or whatever, but black dudes say it's not true and all this other garbage. Man, we got some work to do. Shout out to Chase for having a great conversation with me. We got some understanding. We came to a nice compromise about how we feel about certain things. It was amazing. We have a plan to sit down and brunch, lunch, dinner, something. We're gonna do something, and that's what it's all about, breaking bread. That's what people, me and so we've been breaking bread. Y'all ain't been breaking none because y'all haven't sat down and had discussions over some bread. You haven't eaten any bread while talking about bread. So those little 5-minute conversations on the phone or on a corner, you ain't breaking bread. You're not coming to an agreement. You're not compromising anything. And that's what we need to do more as a people. Like I said, I think I had about 75 reunion t-shirts, and I think those things should have sold out quick. No problem. Everybody represent the bill, holler about the bill. But then I realized that people ain't got money. We talk like we got a lot of money. Or they just don't like me. Or they don't like the shirt, which is fine or whatever. But I also had people that bought the shirts that didn't even attend the event, wasn't even the right size. I'm just supporting it. These my people, I'm supporting it. I'm down with the Ville, I'm from the Ville, and I'm gonna buy a shirt regardless. I don't care if I cut it up and wear it in the house or give it to my little nephew or niece or whoever, and that's it. As I said in the past, I done paid for booty waxes and Puerto Rican food. I done paid for hats and t-shirts about weed and stuff. I don't smoke, but I was supporting the cause because that's what it's all about. Keeping the money in the community, passing it around, flipping it. Go get your haircut. Like I say, I expect bookmen to go, the hot pots or whoever is black or Puerto Rican to a certain extent to exchange some money. Those people may hire some black people to work in the store to, pay them with the money that we send into them, but by buying their items or whatever. Keep it right there. You ain't got to run to the mall. You ain't got to run to Amazon. Man, this is an easy game to play, but you got to be down to play it. We got to stop hating. We got to stop, oh man, they with the bullshit. I ain't fucking with them, man. Them motherfuckers, all they do is he giving that money to so-and-so or whatever. People saying my t-shirts cost too much. Or, damn. God damn, I done seen you blow money on a lot of things, but that's fine. You're entitled to do what you want to do with your money. And, reap the benefits or the consequences of what you do with your money. That's fine. But remember, things can happen back to you as well. I even said that to Chase because I wanted to buy some of his, secure the bag gear. And I was chasing him around. I was hollering at Marianne, hey, give me a hoodie or something. Yeah, I had the color, so yeah, I want that one right there. And I wasn't getting no contact. None at all. Still ain't got one. And I see my boy Pedro way the hell in Hawaii sending me shit. Man. My boy Griff giving me shit. And man, we gotta understand this money thing. We gotta understand this business. Whether it's free advertisement that Griff may be using, and I'm getting some gear, some free gear, a winter hoodie or something. I shout them out on my page, or I posted on one of the Hartford group pages, and people start, going to them to buy their stuff, man. I gotta understand how to do business, and I'm not even a businessman. I don't got no business degree. I ain't go to school for business. I think it's kind of common sense. Oh, shout out to my people at Fox Middle. I meant to say this, and I'm going to post a picture of it because it's funny. I learned about banking at Fox Middle School way back in 1980, 81, 82. I learned how to write checks, legal checks. I know where my name go, how to do cursive signature, how to put the 2 zeros up there in the corner, how to write on the back of them. I used to be a teller at Fox Middle. That made me somehow fall in love with money and understanding money at Fox Middle School. I was good at math at barber school with Miss Cody and those guys. So when I got to Fox, I think I was in a good math class or something like that. And they offered me to work at the bank. And I worked at the bank. I don't know if people remember the bank at Fox Middle, but there was a bank. People used to have jobs, the students used to have jobs, and they used to come to the bank to cash their checks, and we actually gave them money, real damn money. Man, it was a beautiful thing. So I think that was my time of learning about money early on, assets and liabilities. I learned all about all that at Fox Middle School. Yep. So, man, we got to get this stuff right. We got to get this stuff right. Anyway, I'm going to get off of this because I'll keep rambling. Once again, welcome to my podcast, Talking Junk and Things. In the near future, hopefully I have some guests. Of course, the setup will be different. I don't know if we'll be doing with tripods, or we'll be sitting at some desks, or we'll be sitting in some chairs or some sofas or something. But I'm gonna make this my official first Talking Junk and Things podcast. Anyway, remember to take your breaks, all 3 of them. Go outside, get some fresh air, get away from the desk, get away from the office, get away from the department, and use your time wisely. Anyway, I will holler at you guys later. Enjoy this cloudy day. They said it's supposed to get better later, but we'll see. Anyway, I'm out.